in dark clouds.
Heavy rain hammered the south side this morning. Commuters had to navigate standing water across several neighborhoods. Oso Creek tells the full story. It hit moderate flood stage at 20.6 feet and was expected to peak at 24.6, just 0.4 feet shy of major flood stage. But after years of this historic drought, some neighbors say the high water comes with a silver lining.
Actually, I've been happy about it. We've been having storm after storm after storm and kind of been keeping, checking Corpus Christi levels. And it seems like the percentage keeps coming up. So kind of a blessing.
The Oso Creek flooding will recede this weekend. But until then, many residents say they will take all the rain that they can get.
Jacob, thank you. Corpus Christi has been under drought restrictions since June of 2022. Now, right now, we are currently under stage 3 restrictions, which started back in December of 2024. Now, I was interested to see how many fines the city handed out in the past year, so I submitted a public information request. The data shows the city gave out 1,087 fines related to our drought contingency plan between April 1st of 2025 to 2026, peaking in the summer and fall, likely reflecting when stage 3 took effect and the summer heat driving people to water anyways. Now, the top 4 most common fines were prohibited lawn watering under stage 3, water in the gutter, watering between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., and prohibited irrigation under stage 3. The good news, nearly half of these fines have been dismissed in court. And the city of Corpus Christi wants to hear from you about the local water supply. Leaders are hosting a series of community water information sessions. The second meeting will be in District 2. It will happen tomorrow at the Greenwood Senior Center. The city manager and water staff will be there to answer your questions. And Corpus Christi police are investigating a deadly stabbing on Anita Drive. Officers found 1 man dead and 2 others hurt early this morning. Medics took 2 injured men to a local hospital. Investigators say the men are related. They believe an argument led to 1 man to attack the other with a weapon. Now, police call this an isolated incident. Detectives are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 888-TIPS. The effort to remove Mayor Paulette Guajardo is on hold today because of the stormy weather. A special city council meeting was postponed this morning. It was supposed to be a pre-trial hearing about her possible removal. A second hearing is already set for June 2nd. The mayor's attorney expects today's postponed hearing to be combined with next week's meeting. Attorney General Ken Paxton is the Republican nominee for U.S. Senate. He defeated longtime incumbent Senator John Cornyn in Tuesday's primary runoff. President Donald Trump endorsed Paxton a week before the vote. Cornyn received more votes than Paxton in the March primary. Cornyn criticized Paxton for a list of scandals right up until polls closed. But Cornyn says he respects the decision of voters. He plans to support the Republican nominee. Paxton will now face Democrat James Tallarico in the November election. You still have time to register to vote for the November general election. Now that is October 5th, which is the last date to register. Early voting starts October 19th, and the election day will take place November 3rd. Millions of Americans didn't let high gas prices and soaring airfares ruin their Memorial Day travel plans, but analysts say the rest of the summer could tell a different story. Karen Kaifa has a look at what's ahead and anywhere travelers might save.
Despite soaring airfares and gas prices, Memorial Day travel broke records. But the rest of the summer may prove the true test, and demand seems uneven.
Those with a little bit more money, with more means, they are the ones that are traveling the most. And the people that are on the economy side, they are the ones that are pulling back a little bit.
A survey conducted by Deloitte in April found 45% of Americans planned a summer trip with a lodging stay, the lowest level since the pandemic year in 2020. Those choosing not to travel, the survey found, mostly cited financial pressure, but those making a trip plan to spend more. Jet fuel costs have nearly doubled since the start of the Iran war 3 months ago, and as airlines seek to cut their costs, Sarah Kopit, editor-in-chief of travel news site Skift, says passengers pay more.
When that happens, airlines do pare back, and what that means is that there are fewer seats, there's more competition for those seats, which drives prices up.
Amid recent optimism that a deal to end the war could be close, analysts warn getting more normal oil, gas, and jet fuel prices will take time.
You have to move the ships, evacuate the ships that are trapped in the Persian Gulf. You have to restart the facilities that have been shuttered. All that is in the weeks to months timeframe. And then from there, you've got to think about repairing damaged facilities.
One positive sign for drivers, AAA says the nationwide average for a gallon of gas has trended downward over the last week. Still, prices are about 40% higher than 1 year ago. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Drivers here in Corpus Christi are paying less at the pump. The average price for a gallon of gas in the city is $3.86. That is lower than the state average of $3.97. The national average sits at $4.46.
A mobile community pop-up center brought free diapers, toilet paper, and more to Alice. I'm Melissa Trevino, learning how this mobile community pop-up is helping South Texas families get access to everyday essentials at no cost.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
I'm Melissa Trevino in Alice, where a mobile community resource center is making a stop, bringing free household items to families who may need extra support. Organizers say the event is aimed at helping ease the financial burden many households are facing. For many South Texas families, making ends meet can feel like a constant balancing act between paying bills, buying groceries, and caring for children. Some say even basic necessities can become hard to afford.
People like this, they helped us to make sure our kids didn't need those things and suffer without them, and it made more less on our shoulders.
Amber Molina and her husband are raising a large family. She says while her husband works in construction to provide for their family, help like this can make a big difference.
My husband's doing his hardest, you know what I mean? This is just extra to make sure that we don't have it on our back, that, you know what I mean, that we're going to run out.
That's where events like this mobile community resource center step in, providing items like diapers, household supplies, and other essentials to help get people to their next paycheck. According to data from the U.S. Senate, more than 60% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck in 2025, with rural communities often facing the greatest challenges.
Even if both parents work, I mean, they're not going to be able to make it. With the economy being the way it is, it's very hard. The money that they would have used on this, they get to use it on something else. Let's say a bill.
Rosemary Rodriguez with the Alice Housing Authority says the need for help has only grown.
People right now are needing like childcare, transportation. Some even need like getting their driver's license. You know, it's hard because they don't have the resources and they don't know how to get it.
She tells me in the past 2 years, they've seen more people reaching out for help. And if they can't provide resources directly, they try to connect people to someone who can. Organizers say they hope events like this help families worry less about basic necessities while also connecting them to additional community support services. Reporting in Alice, I'm Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
All right, storms aside, we had a great drink of rainfall across the coastal bend. What it could mean for our drought update tomorrow and what the rest of the forecast holds ahead. Hey there, we are looking at a cloudy view over downtown Corpus Christi. We've got the clouds that have had a hard time breaking up this afternoon, but we've had a little more of that daylight, I think we could call it, moving in over the past few hours. Still gloomy though. It's going to take some time for the atmosphere to completely clear up, but the worst of the weather is behind us, and for the most part, the rainfall. We're really not expecting a whole lot here over the next couple of days in terms of things falling from the sky other than those mosquitoes. The state bird is back out and hungry, ready to go. So please make sure you're going around your home, your property, and doing your best to try to dump out anything that might be full of water. I know we still have a lot of ponding around the areas, so that's a tough one. The city will help take care of the rest, we hope, in the next couple of days. But let's get on to the forecast, because this is mosquito-loving weather out here. Humid, warm. That's the trend we'll be on for the next couple of days, increasingly so. And we could use a little bit of a warm up. Most of us here are in the 70s in some shape or form. 79 in Beeville, where we have evidence that the sun still shines here. And we're getting more sunshine in Hebbronville with a temperature 78, 75 degrees in Rockport right now, and 80 the winter in Alice. So a very active evening here. Let's take a closer look at the Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network. When I say evening, it's really for those of you who are in Live Oak, Jim Wells, Duval counties. You got that first line of rain first. I should say you saw round one of the rainfall first, obviously the first round, right? Words are hard after that early morning start. So we saw several inches of rainfall across the coastal bend. But since midnight, it's been around 1 to 2 inches for our friends in Live Oak County, around Choke Canyon and around Lake Corpus Christi. South of Lake Corpus Christi, we picked up quite a bit of rain, nearly 4 inches for a lot of our neighborhood weather network stations out that way. Here in Corpus Christi, Flower Bluff, and out toward the island, that was a little more speckled between 1 to as many as 4 inches of rainfall out our way. But on the whole, once we take that wide view of the coastal bend and our watershed, look at these brilliant colors, anywhere from 2 to possibly even 4 or 5 inches falling near that kind of Three Rivers area, moving into Lake Corpus Christi, where all this water focuses into our reservoirs. So if we're going to have a bunch of rain, that's where we want to have it. And within the southern extent of the watershed, which is going to allow, because now our soils are saturated, all of that to move into our reservoirs. So what I'm telling you is that the drought monitor will not account for this. But remember, we had great rain last week, so it should show some very good gains. And either way, we are definitely going to see a continued increase at both reservoirs, Choke Canyon and Lake Corpus Christi, because water is still going to be moving that way over the next couple of days. In fact, we still have some flood alerts for the Oso Creek, as we expect that to kind of crest and kind of come back down here as we wrap up the week. But the rainfall, that's done for a while. No meaningful rainfall expected over the next couple of days. The Texas coast at large will be drying out here as that weather moves away from us. But yes, it does take time for water to move. So that's where we're expecting the Oso Creek to be under a flood warning until Thursday at 11:45 in the morning. That's where things should start kind of moving below flood stage there. And as we head into Thursday, the only way you're going to end up seeing some rainfall is if we get a sea breeze during the afternoon. For the overnight period, things are going to be warm and muggy. Clouds remain in place, but we might even have some fog tomorrow morning if temperatures cool enough. Things are very humid out there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had some patchy fog for the morning commute. And here's our only chance at rain at Thursday. As we heat up tomorrow afternoon, maybe the sea breeze picking up a quick little shower here or there, but not anything significant. Make no mistake, still plenty of water in the air around us, very humid out there. That is going to keep things warm and muggy, but the rain doesn't look to come back until we wrap up the month and make our way into the month.